everybody. It's Amanda from the Little Bluebird Gallery, and I wanted to talk to you all a little bit today about something that has been stewing in my brain for quite a while now, and um, I'd like to hear from you guys, and you always give me some great feedback on ideas and things. So, of course, I always come to you first when I have ideas or when I'm starting something new or if I just want to chat about something. So let me know that you're here when you're coming on. Just say hi. Tell me where you're watching from, what you're doing this afternoon. Hi, Kimberly. So some of you may know that a few weeks ago, I opened up a new group, and it's called the Little Bluebird Business Tribe for Creatives. And of course, I will invite anyone who is a creative person into that business group. But recently, I've been talking a lot here on my page and thinking myself about how important it is as an introverted person to practice self-care and to use the knowledge that I have about myself, because I'm an introvert, to make sure that I'm doing things in my creative business in the right ways. So when I say that, I mean in ways that are going to help me to keep this going, because I don't want to burn out. I don't want to get to a point where I feel like I just can't do this anymore. And that would just be completely against the whole idea of having an online business. So hi Donna, hi Pam and Becky and Sherry and Denny. So what I have decided to do, and I'm hopeful that there are going to be several of you who are interested in this too, but I've gotten some information from my email list and some people here on my page also about being interested in turning our business group into something that is focused on helping introverted artists who want to have an online business. And I really, really think that is something that's needed. It's something that I haven't been able to find for myself. And a lot of times I know that when you can't find something that you're looking for, then there are probably other people who are looking for the same thing and can't find it either. So, hi Lori. Oh, my camera's shaky this afternoon. I don't know what time of day it is. So anyway, we are going to chat a little bit about why I think the internet is the perfect place for introverted artists who want to have a business, or even someone who may not completely consider themselves an introvert, but they are a more private person, or they don't do really, they want to be at home more than they want to be out. They want to do things for their family, or they want to, take good care of themselves. And they don't want to be out, go into a shop or go into a brick and mortar, or taking all of their equipment and going to teach a paint party somewhere or something like that. And it's completely doable. Hi, Rhonda. It's completely doable. And the more I've thought about it, the more I've realized that if it weren't for the internet, I would not have a business at all. This would not be something that I would be doing at all, because number one, I don't like big crowds of people, and I don't like being in front of big crowds of people. But when I'm doing this right here, right now I'm all by myself in my studio with my camera and my laptop. And that's not so intimidating to my shy, introverted, private self. I have control over this situation here, okay? So, number one, we're going to talk about 6 different things and 6 different ways that I really believe that the internet is the best place for introverted artists to run a business. And number one is you're in control. If you are trying to do something that is out in a public, store or place, you're not so much in control of who comes in, of how they're going to behave, of when you're going to feel like doing your work and when you're not. When you have an internet business, you're in total control of everything. Your work hours, what clothes you wear while you're working, where you sit in your house while you're working, whether or not you want to work at all today. You're not depending on customers to come in to your house. So it doesn't matter what time of day you work. And if you have a website, then of course people can access that 24 hours a day, and you don't have to be sitting there waiting for someone to look at your artwork on your website. It's always there and it's always available. And it's also available to people all over the world, not just right there in your little community. However, you may reach more people with your website than you would if you had a store in your hometown, but you are in complete control of your day, of replying to messages, when you're going to socialize and when you're not. And it just makes it so much more comfortable, and it makes it possible for people like me who would not want to do this any other way. And when I started this, that was not what I had in mind. It wasn't like I thought, well, I don't want to have a store, so I'll just have an internet business. It just kind of organically happened. But recently I started thinking about, I wouldn't be doing this if there weren't a way for me to do it on the internet. So I just thought there has to be other people, there has to be other artists that feel the same way and just don't know how to get to that point. They don't know what to do and how to do it. And or maybe you've started doing this and you're overwhelmed now and you're not sure how to set boundaries. But the number one reason why I think the internet's the best place for introverts wanting to do something with a business creatively is because you're in control. Number two, you can work from home. So I know that there are those of you who, I think Rhonda was one of them who mentioned this. She wants to be able to have a business, but keep her family and her home life first. And that is completely doable. If you had a business that was, in a place in town that you had to get in your car and leave your house and go to, then you wouldn't be able to continue to keep your family or whoever it is that you're taking care of the main thing in your day. Whereas if you have an online business, your major work of the day could be taking care of your family, and then at night when you have a few hours, or early in the morning when you have a few hours of time, then you can sit down and work on that. And like I said, number one, you have complete control over when you do that. And so number two is you can work from home. And I started doing this when I was homeschooling 2 elementary aged children. So my whole day was, I don't do that anymore, but my whole day was taken up with teaching them. And then after we finished and we ate dinner, then I would work on my business. And that's how I got it started. So that's the second thing that I think is really important, is that you can do this from home. Let's see. Pam said she doesn't mind big crowds as long as she's not the one they're there to see. I feel the same way. But just being in big crowds does drain me too. Anyway, so that's number two. Number three is that you find your own people. You find people that are like-minded, and you become friends with people on the internet that are drawn to you because they see that they are a lot like you and they want to follow you. And I know that has happened with me, especially here on my Facebook page. A lot of the ladies who follow me, and there's not a lot of men, a lot of ladies, and they'll send me messages and y'all send me emails, and you'll say things like, me too, I feel the same way. If I say something about, something that has happened to me or the way I feel about things, I get messages and I get emails with people that relate to my stories and the things that I'm doing. And so it's like you just kind of attract people that are your people, that are going to be a lot like you, that you're going to have a lot in common with, that are going to help you to build your business, because they're going to be your faithful followers who are going to want to share what you're doing with other people, and they believe in you and believe in what you're doing, and they're going to be some of your biggest fans. So number 2 was you work from home. Number 3 is you find your people. You find your tribe of people. Deborah said she's late. That's okay. We're talking about 6 different ways that the internet is an amazing place for introverted artists to run a business. Number 1 was Youre In Control. Number 2, you get to work from home. And number 3, you get to find your people, the people that are going to really help you. They'll promote you without you even asking, because they feel like they're so much like you and you have so much in common with them. You'll attract those kinds of people. Number 4 is you can use video. Video is amazing. You can just set up a camera, even use your iPhone, paint something, record it, put it on the internet, and you don't even have to talk. You don't have to do anything that is going to make you feel uncomfortable until you're ready for it. Whereas if you were doing this live in person, teaching a painting class, you would be in front of people and you would have to talk. You can make videos and sell them. You can make videos and make it like a time lapse, a sped up video of you painting. You don't have to say a word in that, and people love that kind of stuff. Where you couldn't do that if you were trying to do that live in person. Okay, hi Tammy. Enjoy. So using video on the internet to build a business is a wonderful, wonderful way for introverts to be able to promote themselves and to teach classes and to have, a whole group of people that may be watching your videos, but you never have to stand up in front of a large crowd of people and teach. You are in your safe zone, and honestly, you are going to be able to reach more people because they're on the internet than you would if you were doing this in your hometown. So that's number 4. Number 5 is you can be social on your own terms. And what I mean by that is, hi Beverly and Lori. When I say you can be social on your own terms, I mean you don't have to sit and answer messages on a real-time basis. So if you were to have some kind of store, like we said, like a brick and mortar type store, people come in and out, your customers come in and out, you're going to be talking to people all day. If you have a lot of customers, you're going to be socializing all day. But on the internet, if you have customers coming in and out of your shop, which would be your website, or talking to you through social media or emails, you don't have to talk to them right then and there. You can set up a certain time of day when you go in and you answer questions or you reply to emails, and then you can switch that off for the day. So those who are thinking about things like, I need to take care of my family, I still want to, be a homemaker, I have to take care of my husband or my mother who is elderly, or you just may not be able to handle that much social interaction, this is perfect for you. And the internet is the best place for you to do that sort of thing. Hi, Vanessa. Sheena says you finally made it live. So you can be social on your own terms, which may sound rude if you don't understand what it means to be an introvert. I'm not saying that I would be rude if I were out in public and people were coming in and talking to me. I'm just saying it would drain my energy. Whereas if I do this online, then it doesn't, because I can make boundaries for myself and I can be social on my own terms. If that makes sense. And if any of you are like me, yes, that's me. I understand that. That is exactly what I'm looking for. Please leave a comment and let me know that. I would really, really like to know if this is something that that is needed or not. Because right now, my group is really small. We just started, and there are just a few people that have signed on with me to begin with. But if I go in this direction with this introvert stuff, I need to make sure that there are enough of you interested that this is going to be worth it. You know what I mean? So I don't want to build something that nobody needs. I've gotten a lot of great feedback from people through emails and things like that that I've sent out recently, but I'm not sure how much serious, yes, I want to be part of that type reaction I'm getting, or if it's just more like, yeah, I kind of see that, or I kind of get that. I'd really like to know if this is something you're really interested in, and I'm going to talk to you about that some more in just a minute. But number 6 is writing. You can write to communicate to your customers if you have an online business. You don't have to talk to them in person. So it makes selling so much easier because you're not having to think on the spot. You're not having to try to make a deal or negotiate or talk to somebody in real time. You can take your time. If you're selling something, you can take your time in replying to, questions or inquiries about something that you have painted that's maybe you posted on Facebook. You don't have to have an answer right away. And that takes a lot of pressure off of you. You don't, you can write a response and you can craft that response to be the best that it can be. You can also write blog posts instead of speaking in public, or teaching a class and getting up and speaking in class or whatever. You can write blog posts and teach people that way, or express your feelings about things in a blog. When I was a younger person, I would write things all the time. If I needed to tell somebody something, and this may not be an introvert type trait, but it's just the way I am. It's a lot easier for me to write down things than it is for me to say things. So sometimes the words just don't come like they should when I'm trying to say it. But if I have time to sit down and think, I can write things out. So that's what blogs are great for. So you're writing instead to communicate with your customers instead of trying to talk to them. I just heard thunder. Every day at this time here, we've been having thunderstorms. So, let's see. Tammy said, I've really been putting it off. I don't like drawing attention to myself. What you're saying makes sense. I just need to jump. And I think that is what's holding a lot of people back. Drawing attention to yourself is a big deal if you're an introvert. And I hate it, to be honest. I downplay a lot of what I have to offer, and I just kind of say, here it is. If you don't like it, that's okay. And I would probably have a really hard time if I tried to do this out in public, because I've never done like a craft show or I've got some things in a gallery, but I've never gone to the actual receptions where people come in and meet the artist, because I just don't think I would be, I know I would not be comfortable doing that. But I've been able to do this over the internet and use boundaries that are within my own choosing and still be able to build a business. So I would really love to help other people who are like me, who feel the same way, understand that this can be done and it can be done well, and you don't have to be a loud car salesman to sell things on the internet. No disrespect to car salesmen. It's not what I meant. Rhonda said, I'm totally not an introvert, but every single thing you're describing applies to me as far as what I need. Well, that's what I'm thinking. I'm not even sure if I should use the word introvert when I'm talking about this, but that's the only way that I know how to do this, how to tell people about it. Vanessa said yes. Vicky says yes. Rhonda said, I don't want to go out in public. I need to work late at night, and sometimes I get anxiety if my schedule is too overcrowded. Yes. So it's very easy to overwhelm me. A lot of times things like courses, if I've wanted to take some business courses before, and then once I get in there and I see especially a sales page that has all this stuff on it, I'm overwhelmed. I'm out of there. I don't want that. I may have to go because of the weather. Maybe not. I had to unplug, but maybe we keep going for a little while. So overwhelm is a big deal, but there are ways that you can set boundaries for yourself, boundaries for your business, boundaries for your socializing, because social media is socializing, and make this work. Totally make this work. Let's see. Everybody's got thunder. Rhonda said, I might be interested in something like this. It sounds exactly like what I need, but you have a price in your membership group. Yes. I'm going to get to that in just a second. Sheena says, yes, for sure, Amanda. My background is in advertising and marketing, and you're absolutely on point. Let's see. Pam said she lost me for a bit. Sorry. It may be the weather. Yes, Rhonda said top business coaches who overwhelm her. I'm very overwhelmed by a lot of business coaches. I don't do well in an environment that makes me feel like everything is an urgent emergency. When you are a painter or a creator, there's nothing that you do that is an emergency. And your business cannot run and run well for the long term if you are constantly running around like a crazy person because you think everything has to be done right now and it's urgent and it's important and it's got to get done. And I don't know what I'm going to do about this, and I don't know what I'm going to do about that. If I'm trying to just live a normal day with that mindset, I'm not going to get anything done because I'm going to get overwhelmed and I'm going to shut down and I'm not going to do anything. So Pam said, what was number 6? Number 6 was writing. You can write to communicate with your customers instead of having to talk to them one-on-one. So these are all ways that I feel like I can help other people, because I feel like I haven't found this kind of help anywhere, and most business coaches are pushing you to make money and do more and buy this and do that when that's not even necessary, and it's overwhelming and I can't function myself that way. So what I'm looking for right now is some founding members. I've got a few members already, I said, that have joined the group. And if you're already in my creative community, then you can just add this on. If you're in the members area and you scroll all the way down to the bottom, there is a link there to add on the business tribe for $20 a month. My founding members are going to be kind of helping me structure this, because I realize if you're an introverted person and you're easily overwhelmed, throwing you in a giant Facebook group or even something that is on my website that has tons of information on it is not going to be helpful. So those of you who become my founding members will be helping me, giving me feedback, just kind of like what we did with the creative community 2 years ago. I had about 25 founding members that started out with me. We all talked, I changed things, and now we've got a really good rhythm going there. And that's what I would like to do with this business group, is craft it so that it is helpful and not overwhelming, because that's the last thing I want to do. I don't want to overwhelm you, and I don't want to overwhelm myself either with offering this. So if you're already a creative community member, you can scroll down in the members area and there's an add-on link there. It's $20 a month. If you're not in the creative community, you can go to the link that's here in the description and it will tell you about the group, and there's going to be a big picture there that says subscribe, and you can click on that and it will allow you to join as a founding member, and it will be $37 a month. Also right there, there's another little button, or it's kind of a big button, but it will let you get both creative community and the business tribe in a combo pack. If you're not already in the creative community, that's my painting group. So if you want to be in both, you could pay the combo pack. But if you're already in the creative community, don't get the combo pack, because you're already paying for part of it. Just go to the members area and you'll find that link there.